Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're gonna do another tier list update for the month of June. Now if you have been following the series, you probably already know that one big thing about my tier list have been that in the legendary category, the highest category, I've always had just two characters, Quake and Ghost, because I do believe they are better than everyone else and they are so much better that they deserve the separate tier. But a lot of people requested that I added more characters here, and it was getting pretty weird because the Kingsguard character, like the second best, was very long. You had to scroll a lot to see all the characters there. And first of all, let me scroll down because a lot of people otherwise comment where is this character, and you just have to scroll down to see it. If you want to take a look for this spreadsheet, look at the spreadsheet, then the link would be in the description. But now let's start with the changes. In the legendary category, I basically added the best two characters of each class, and the skill one is kind of arguable. Like Shang-Chi, I'd say in most situations is better than Aegon, but at the same time, the way I sometimes like to look at this is, if there is a Nexus crystal and I can pick only one of those characters, I'd say Aegon is someone who is very game changing. Like especially I didn't have him as a 5-star for a very long time. I chased after him in dual crystals and stuff, and he's kind of that game changing character, where Shang-Chi, even though he's very good to have and overall I do believe he's better than Aegon, but because Labyrinth, Abyss and content like that exists, Aegon will always have a place in this game, and that place will be pretty high in tier list. But anyways, let's talk about the two new characters, starting with Purgatory. So a lot of people were very disappointed at her. I don't think she's bad. She's kind of alright. I've done damage comparison with Sasquatch. I believe she ended up winning that. Like, she's not a noodle. A lot of people have been calling her a noodle. She's not extraordinary. Like, she is no Cosmic Ghost Rider in terms of damage. No one is arguing that. Utility is kind of weird because you gain different abilities based on the class, but she's just not very strong. And Mystic class overall, I think they were the strongest at one point, and now they're probably kind of on the weaker side. Like the latest character that they have seen, Purgatory or MCOC, not the best characters. But the second one, I actually really like the Overseer. Again, a lot of people, the thing is, a lot of people they just care about this like broken champions, and I think the Overseer is a very balanced, very solid character. And if you like 10-12 months from now, someone will start a new account, they'll get the Overseer and he'll be the MVP. He will clear every content for them. There's a lot he can do. His damage output is far above average, and overall I really like the character. Let's talk about the buffs, because these days I think most people are more interested in buffs than in the new characters, which makes sense because I see a lot of people have the champions who are getting buffed, whereas the newer characters, especially because of this featured crystal, like I really like the older featured crystal where you had 25% chance, 20-25% chance of getting one particular character, but here it's a very small chance. Like you have to get like 200,000 shards, and even then sometimes you miss. Especially like if you're talking about 6 stars, it's very hard to get these new characters at 6 stars, then awaken them, then take them to high signature level. It's just very hard to do. Even with the new 6-star arena, like you have to grind a lot to get these champions at 6 stars and then get them awakened and stuff. But like the buffed characters, if you have them already, then yeah, Ultron, he is amazing. You know what, I kind of forgot to do this one thing. I need to make this italics because he does need synergy. He needs the MODOK synergy. He benefits a lot from the Hulkbuster synergy as well. Damage output wise, he is absolutely insane. He hits like a truck. I've done damage comparison between him and War Machine, and even though War Machine has if you compare the utility, Ultron has so much more going for him. And damage output wise, with the synergies, he got an under 1 minute kill on the ROL Winter Soldier. Like, I'm not saying he has good damage, he has amazing damage, like top tier damage. The bleeds are nice. Against mutants you get degeneration, On top of that, like, he has 3 immunities. If you have him at a signature level, he has 80% reduction in 2 more debuffs. I don't remember. I think it's a shock and incinerate, but let me go to full screen again. So yeah, there's a lot of utility packed in him. He has the regeneration still. He was always immune to bleed and poison. He is now also immune to slow. He has the automatic evade, which is much reliable now. You can also see the timer, and he has all these functions, permanent armor up. So there's just so much he can do. I really think he's a very solid character, especially with the MCOC synergy. I do believe he deserves his spot here. And then we're going to talk about the other buff, which I'm not a huge fan of, because I talked about this a little bit earlier in yesterday's video. War Machine is great. There is no denying that his damage output is amazing. It's very easy to keep the armor ups. You basically get to SP2, kind of similar to Punisher 2099 actually. And I think in yesterday's video I kind of proved Punisher 2099 is better, because I don't think anyone can deny that he has more utility. But yesterday he even beat him in damage, and he can't beat him in damage in Labyrinth or Abyss. But the thing is, I don't think that people are going to use War Machine in Labyrinth or Abyss, and I don't say the same thing for someone like Strife, because for a lot of people, if you have Aegon, you don't need Strife. But if you don't have Aegon, he's the second best thing. War Machine is not the second best thing. He's not even the 5th best thing. Like, there are so many characters who have either better damage than him. Like, you have at least 3 characters who can carry over the damage: Aegon, Strife, Guillotine 2099. Then you have champions who just simply has more damage than War Machine, like Cosmic Ghost Rider, Hela with the Odin synergy, even Black Bolt with synergies. Also Sabretooth with the synergy can carry over his damage and has better damage. So there's just so many options. I don't see anyone bringing in War Machine as the main clearer for Labyrinth or Abyss, and they may be using him for a particular fight, but I'm sure there are other characters who you can use for those fights. So I don't think he has that niche in the game. I don't think he has that use where he will be the best character, and yeah, that's why I'm like, I still have him pretty high up. We have some solid characters here like Stark, Spidey, and Sentinel, Vulture, Mysterio, but to me, a lot of people, I think I've made my point. Let me know if you disagree with any of these placements. You can tell me in the comment section down below. We can have a discussion, and if I agree, because the thing is, we have over 200 characters in the game. I do not play over 200 characters. I play a lot of characters because I make daily videos, but still, I definitely don't know everything about every single character in the game. I don't think anybody does. So if maybe Nova is your favorite character, you know something that I don't, you make your point, we can have a discussion, and if I agree, I actually demoted him in this particular. I had Super Skrull here. Unpopular opinion: Super Skrull is not as bad as people think. He is not great by any means, but he's not terrible. I had him earlier in this category. A lot of people comment. I think the most like, whenever I make tier list updates, I go to the previous video, I read all the comments once again, so I know what changes I have to make. And it was like, this was kind of universal. Everybody was saying Super Skrull, take him down a tier. I don't think he's that bad of a character. I don't think he's a noodle. Even his damage is, I've done a damage comparison. He beat Venom in Labyrinth Star-Lord, against Labyrinth Star-Lord, and that, like, I don't take noodles against like 3.3 million health pool fights, and yeah, he's kind of hard to play, and even in his damage phase kind of thing, it's not crazy damage, but it's good damage, and overall it's not bad. It's average, at least. If it's not above average, then I'd say it's average. But anyways, I get distracted very easily. Other changes I made, I actually ended up promoting, so because I promoted Aegon and Nick Fury, I ended up promoting Kingpin to this tier. I do think Kingpin is very solid. I don't think he's as good as champions like Shang-Chi, Falcon, Crossbones, even Mole Man, but Kingpin I have him as rank 3, at rank 3 as a 6 star. His damage is good, he brings a ton of utility in, he's decent on defense as well. So overall I think he's a very solid character who you could be overlooking, because I don't know, I still sometimes forget that he got a buff. But then moving on, I've made quite a few changes this time. But yeah, that's pretty much the list. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And next month we are going to see a Diablo. Oh right, third buff. I guess everybody forgot about the third buff. It's not anymore. I had him here earlier. I promoted him 2 tiers. He's not great after his buff. He's alright, he's not bad, but like after 2 buffs you have certain expectations, right? Like after 2 buffs, if the character is not able to compete with where's Voodoo, like 4 years old character, I don't know, 4 years probably, right? So yeah, if after 2 buffs you can't compete with a 4-year-old character, then you're not that good. So that's my thoughts on Ebony Maw. I was really hoping the buff would make him really good. And yeah, next month Diablo. Diablo has a synergy I think with Dragonman, which I've always wanted to try, but for some weird reason I don't have Diablo at any rarity, like not even a 3 star. But yeah, he is getting a buff, so I am excited about that. With that synergy he will have a lot of potential. And we also have who else is getting buff? I'm like I have exams going on right now, like they're finished now, but I have been like out of the loop recently, so I don't really know. It must be someone from these 2 categories, right? But the thing is, it's kind of weird how these characters are we're just running out of characters, especially here, because at least these characters they need an overhaul. What did I do? We need an overhaul for these, so they're taking the time with buffing characters like Truth and stuff. But a lot of these average characters will be seeing about. Oh, Ronan, see, Ronan, and who's the third one? Bishop. So yeah, you can just sell like Bishop. I forgot. Ronan. No, not Ronan. Ronan. Where is Ronan? Ronan, Bishop, and Diablo. Yeah, right. So kind of weird that Ronan is getting. Ronan, in my opinion, is actually pretty decent. He's not bad, but hopefully the better the character who's getting buffed, I'd say the better that character has more potential to be good. But that's pretty much going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Like this video, share with your alliance, stay safe, have a good one, and bye bye.